Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you sisters who believe, keep encouraging your brothers out here teaching us truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. All right, I wanted to talk to y'all about mental health, because a lot of the things that we're dealing with today, you know, just crash out brothers who have a moment of anger or frailty mentally, doing things that they're going to regret for the rest of their lives. You really have that out here, man, and it's sad. It's sad when you see it unfold. It actually happens to good brothers and sisters, where you're like, man, fuck it. What I got to lose? And then when you wake up the next morning and you think about your actions, then you're like, damn, that's what I had to lose. And you look at it like, now it's hopeless, now I can't fix it. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of stuff could be fixed, but you have to do things the right way. You have to learn from your mistakes. We have too much of a crash out spirit in this world, period. We shouldn't have that crash out spirit. A man, period, should be calculated, not do things that he doesn't say or mean because he's mad. There's too much of that in this world now. I mean, any is too much, but the level of this, I just keep calling it a crash out spirit. Fuck it, I don't got nothing to live for. Next thing you know, you wake up in the morning and you realize, damn, I got a lot to live for. You know, we can't afford to crash out. We're not crash outs. The men of the Lord were not crash outs. The men of the Lord were men that planned and plotted not to manipulate or hurt people, but they planned and plotted their lives to stay around long enough to get their mission taken care of. And whenever the Lord saw fit to take them off this earth, the Lord took them off this earth. You know, that crash out vibe, that crash out spirit, you know, it's gonna lead to perdition and destruction. I'm telling you. You know, I'm telling you that, like, that crash out, being that type of person, a person that can't control yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, I did a video not too long ago about alcohol, but alcohol contributes to it. You know, that crash out spirit, like, yeah, I don't want to make a part 2 to the alcohol video, but definitely you want to eat before you drink. Before liquor touches your digestive system, you want to have food in your system. Eat something. I don't give a fuck if it's a damn piece of Portuguese bread. It might save you from doing some stupid shit. You know, have something in your system. You know, do the right thing by yourself, man. That crash out, I'm mad or I'm emotional, so I'm just gonna fucking act out, is not spiritual whatsoever. And it's only gonna do more harm than good. Now, instead of saying good things about you as a brother, now brothers are like, yo, he crashed out. He was going off. You know, you want the narrative about you to be a positive one. You know, you don't want to give people negative shit. You don't want to be like, yeah, he went off, man. You know, You want people to say, oh, he's a humble brother. And that's what a man of the Lord is. A man that can control himself. Anything that relinquishes, anything that takes away the control you have over yourself. Because in reality, we don't control ourselves. The Lord controls us. Right? But we need to put ourselves in a position where the Lord can utilize us as best as possible. You know, and that goes for me too. I'm not perfect. But I don't get drunk and crash out, or I don't lose my mind and crash out. I had a period of time, you know, sometimes when you're around people, and that's another thing too, crash outs create other crash outs. Because nobody speaks from the heart more than a motherfucker who doesn't give a fuck about life and is ready to die. Nobody speaks from the heart more than a motherfucker like that. I tell you, those motherfuckers will gather a whole crowd even more than the word of the Lord will, to talk about why life is so fucked up and why life ain't worth living. And it'll be so many people that will agree with that person secretly. A crash out is not what you need to be, man. Crash outs shoot up schools. Crash outs do suicide bomb. That's crash out. That's the extreme level of crashing out. That's the extreme. You don't want to be in that category. You want to be in the category of a brother who's doing what he has to do for the Lord. Not a crash out, not trying to gain a temporary victory, but, you know, gain souls for the Lord. And be an example of righteousness. That's what needs to happen. You know, but anyway, with that, hopefully this makes somebody think. You know, don't be a suicide bomber type person for the Lord. The Lord doesn't need anybody to be like a suicide bomber or a school shooter. The Lord needs examples that are going to sustain and survive these last days. You know, not somebody that's like, oh, fuck it, I don't have nothing to live for, let me do the most extreme crazy shit now. Because one thing I noticed about crash outs, they're not very loyal. They'll turn on you in a minute because they think they'll put you in a category with Satan. They'll put you in a category with, oh, he's compromising. You know, but with that, I'm going to say shalom.